Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Zhang. A few days ago, I went live and watched 2 episodes of the new Three Kingdoms. Everyone says it's a minefield of plot holes, and watching it firsthand truly lives up to that reputation. Honestly, sometimes just sitting through the actual episodes feels even crazier than watching breakdown videos. After binging through just 2 episodes, I was utterly floored by the absurdity, and really couldn't keep my thoughts bottled up. So stick around as we take a closer look and roast this so-called epic masterpiece, the Eastern Han Nightmare.
8 months after the Yellow Turban Rebellion broke out,
I knew I'd have to brace myself for the show's many flaws.
But I never expected episode 1 to get it wrong right from the opening line. What exactly is a golden uprising? Or should I expect silver and bronze rebellions next? I can understand why long series occasionally miss subtitle lines, but bumming out as the 6th word of the opening scene, they're already stirring things up. Now, let's look at those battle sequences. On the surface, they definitely look epic. With faith, but I still gotta wonder, what's with this whole golden rebellion thing? You really expect us to take these guys seriously? Looking so heavily kitted out, they look like full-blown imperial regiments. Are we watching some kind of joint military trend? How are you even supposed to tell rebel from foe?
189 AD.
George deposed and exiles the young emperor. Hold on, since when did he suddenly topple the emperor and exile him? And just march straight into the capital. What happened to Liu, Guan, and Zhang? Where does Xu even fit in? Then again, if I recall, calculate, chapter 1 already titled The Beach Garden Oath, with just a couple of lines. The Yellow Turban Rebellion is already over. Jabina had 3 full chapters.
Yes, Liu, Guan, and Zhang aren't even the focus. Then the scene shifts to Dongzhuo holding court.
We see you off, Chancellor Dong. Look at how utterly they grovel before him. He may have monopolized state power, but he never usurped the Han dynasty. Yet why did the realm's top officials submit to him as subjects? Besides, the 20 temple mix wardrobe and styling are completely botched. You only need episode 1's portrayal of Dongzhuo to see it.
They treat every Xilang figure like a disheveled barbarian.
It's the exact same look for Zhongzhuo.
In talk show, Na Teng and Na Chao are exactly the same. Seriously, do the writers really have such a misunderstanding about Xiliang?
When they were garrison troops, not uncivilized bribes.
Once Dong Zhuo leaves, a junior Yun starts quietly reaching out to Wang Yin's inner circle, inviting them to his birthday banquet. All just as a threat to plot against Dong Zhuo. Pretending to exchange state secrets openly is ridiculous. Quote, non-controlling money source as blowing as a Kang Yi. Gee, it's okay, we go be hush-hush. Yes, the secret's already out. I'm just trying to figure out how there are still humans left in the palace at this point. Upon entering the palace,
Did the Rimshaw wipe out all the eunuchs?
they even mistakenly executed the youngless man. 把但practically every single human should have been completely wiped out. Enter Cao Cao. On the surface, 朱棣绕回李颇之血是罗有奇去张卓, so he was bitterly resentful about missing Wang Yun's invitation. You can tell just by looking at who didn't get invited. Passing along like that gives you away. If he were anyone else, he'd be executed. Next, Cao Cao pays a visit to Wang Xiu.
Cheers. Their conversation.
You're asking why the court eunuch delivering Master Wang's invitation, but you two all yet deliberately skipped me.
Before I answer you, that ought me to turn it back on you first. Enlighten me. Just as you mentioned, regarding Master Wang's banquet. Why was Hao deliberately? That's all.
Seriously, just look at this exchange. Talking in circles, like hearing myself speak.
Just tossing their own question right back.
A true master of evasion. Nice dodge.
But don't you just keep asking yourself? After all this push and pull, they finally get to the point.
So, here's how that conversation goes.
We act so righteous, yet serve as a herded fucking.
You're now to a usurper. Where's your lawless pride? Go on then. How exactly are you so upright? And how exactly did you lower yourself? So, which lord's horn are you really serving? What you take is this, calling out traitorous Dongzhuo.
And there you have it. Another glaring flaw in the new Three Kingdoms. Everyone's rocking that beautifully unhinged energy. 所操作是佛非人物. Deliberately declaiming treacherous Dongzhuo right out in public. Meanwhile, the guards stand blankly, unplugged, like NPCs. I just got to wonder if even a single soldier hadn't actually caught what he said. Where do you think he was gonna scramble to next? After Yuan Shu molts in panic, it's evening. Wang Yu's birthday banquet kicks off. Wang Yu, as the prime minister, greets at his gate.
Once the guest list is nearly full,
And here's his command. Sing at the gates, douse the lanterns.
Cue the music. Stay quiet. Don't let the night watch. Understood.
Many drums and gongs The next, lights out and hide and seek. Ever wonder why this looks desperate? This clumsy cover-up practically screams, I'm guilty. The moment they seal the doors, and Cao Cao shows up uninvited. When Cao Cao pounds on the door, demanding entry, the staff immediately fires back.
Stick on it. Cao Cao already threw in his lot with Dong, the tyrant, groveling and sucking up to him shamelessly.
A total disgrace to any seasoned official. Well said.
His man, he only reported for court every 2 days. But now, he's practically glued to his heel, day and night.
This is really nothing but the Chancellor's father's watch-tongue.
To me, he acts exactly like the Lord's adopted son, Your Excellency.
His visit today is clearly meant to serve as Dongzhuo's eyes and ears.
Gathering intelligence.
Agreed weight that doesn't track.
This whole logic falls apart. If Cao Cao really were Dong Zhang's informant, set here to buy, then why act like everything's perfectly fine? Why not just hold the birthday banquet as planned? If you send him packing,
he'll just run back and tell Dongzhuo something's amiss.
Not necessarily. Don't mistake him for Dongzhuo's pet hound. If anything, he simply won't become a mere puppet.
Cao Zhou has always harbored grand ambitions.
He bows publicly but schemes in private.
Leave Wang Yu alone. Someone who rarely crosses paths with Cao Cao. 有个消息 right through him. The deception is painfully obvious. 9号康拿着暹罗 one of Dongzhuo's men 逃浪. And since you already know, he plays nice on the surface while plotting behind your back.
So why didn't you just invite him yourself? Let Cao Cao take his seat.
We'll be here. Next is Chao Chongxin, wishing Country Director Wang Yun a joyous 60th birthday.
Guests, please be seated.
Unless I mishearing this, the entire court is suddenly buzzing with questions. Why is she even here? Are they all suffering from sudden political amnesia? Probably Director Wang just finished a long speech. The camera cuts away. The camera cuts it, and suddenly they've completely forgotten it. After Cao Cao takes his seat, Grandee Director Wang begins a confusing monologue.
Today isn't my birthday. It's my way.
The writers probably wanted a somber mood. But first, he's eating perfectly fine at home, so they are start off for inspector raised from Dumleton lines. To a death anniversary requires a full year.
You couldn't even reach the point of self-sacrifice yet.
Inviting you all under the guise of my birthday. I'm here to reveal a stark reality.
My 4th century Han dynasty has reached his final hour.
To put it in modern terms, it's like the final stretch of a long war.
Heaven and earth grow dark. Temples crumble to dust. Usurpers seize control.
The throne is shamed, and traitor Dongzhuo lurks within.
Court officials run wild. Warlords dominate the land.
Talk about cramming every trick from your playbook.
Truthfully, everyone was still loyal to the Han at this point.
Claiming regional dominance.
Please. It was just a total disaster.
Full-out ruined villages, eh? Wait for it.
Dongzhuo sneaks into the imperial chambers every night.
To share the emperor's bed.
Vamped depravity. Palace. Maids reduced to livestock.
Just picture those palace maids, and then
God also crack him up.
Frankly, I'm no genius myself. You could just snap your fingers and nail Dong's head.
To Chengdu Palace.
Did a snap of finger? What kind of cheap web novel prose is this? Cao Cao's real line was, I swear to sever Dong's head. It's a solemn oath, straight out, expressing his ambitions. If this Xinsan remake lets him just snap its way to claiming the head, why haven't we seen Dong's head yet? That's nothing but empty bragging. Besides, Chengdu Palace is actually in Chang'an. But Dongzhuo hasn't ruled the capital yet. Why butcher people in Luoyang, then run all the way to Chang'an to hand their heads? After Cao Cao finished speaking on the service, Wang Yu ordered Cao Cao out, but secretly sent his steward to fetch him back inside. To claiming the banquet had too many loose lips.
And absolutely forbidding any mention of Dongzhuo's assassination.
That's weak. Wasn't the entire gather packed with Hua Yun's loyalists? Of course, there are too many people around. Correct me if I'm wrong, but hadn't you just spent the whole banquet savaging Dong Zhuo, vilifying him until the heavens shook? So why is mentioning Dong's dead now off limits?
Brother Mendo, oh brother Mendo. Guan Yu's nearly 20 years his senior.
Yet he holds the high minister rank, and immediately says, Brother Mende. That's awfully respectful of him.
Even if you're desperate to win him over, calling him virtuous younger brother Meng Da should suffice.
After a lengthy conversation,
finally, Wang Yan entrusts the 7-star dagger to Cao Cao.
Key school. 400 years of Han rule now are in your hands.
And Cao Cao, a high minister of the court, bows deeply and offers the blade with both hands, only for Wang Yun to retain it with a single hand, but then even bend his back. Really think your loyalty now, huh? Hands down the most ill-bred, uncouth Cao Cao I've ever seen.
Hold up, if I'm not seeing things.
Isn't that scabbard made of leather?
Then why does it make a sharp metal sound when drawn?
So they just slapped some off-screen sound effects on, right? Following this transition, we jump straight to Cao Cao's strike against Dong Zhuo.
That sequence
sets up plenty of other glaring flaws for review.
Take this moment, for instance.
We can believe his son facing the coalition of 18 warlords using a pancake chip.
And to be clear, everything so far, I've only covered the first half of episode 1. Just so you I've already handpicked the absolute worst bit for you. This is barely a third of the whole show. It's actually run for 95 episodes. If we keep digging, my brain is going to short circuit. We'll call it here for now. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to like and save it for later. Hit like, drop a coin, and subscribe. And make sure you're following me on Zhang. Catch you in the next video.